the hour, so let's go ahead and get started. Are we okay? We are being live streamed right now, so thank you, Kristen, for taking care of that. But welcome everybody to our NFT Rewards Corporate Update, and congratulations for being here. You've made a very wise choice to learn how you can increase your cash flow using blockchain technology. Our company offers multiple cash flow opportunities within our unique penny auction platform that is creating a way for buyers and sellers of NFTs to come together in $11.3 billion marketplace. There are no restrictions on the amount of revenue that our members can earn, and this truly is the most unique revenue share opportunity that I have ever seen. Now, there are some big troubles on the horizon for traditional financial systems. Many banks are in trouble. A recent article talks about 20 banks that are heavily invested in commercial real estate. And of course, commercial real estate isn't doing very, very well right now. There's a lot of vacancies, and you can't make money on rental property if you don't have tenants. Obviously, COVID didn't help. A lot of businesses went under. They never came back. And those banks that are holding a lot of commercial real estate could be among the next banks to fail. So, there's, like I said, there's a lot of people that are pulling their money out of the banks, and it's the people with millions and billions of dollars primarily, but other people are seeing what's going on. They're following suit. And if you have money in the bank somewhere, it's probably time to be thinking about getting it moved into something that's going to weather the storm that's coming. Not only that, there's a personal financial epidemic going on because people can't earn high yield on their money. If they're fortunate enough to have some money put away, it's quickly losing value. Inflation is over 10%. We've never seen anything like this before in my lifetime. So what do? Well, you got to think outside of the box, and you got to look at blockchain, because blockchain is a digital money revolution that's happening right in front of our eyes. And frankly, 95% of the people on planet Earth are sleepwalking right through it. They are going to be waking up real soon, and I believe that NFT rewards is going to help millions of people make that transition, and hopefully before it's too late, before they lose everything. I've seen a lot of high yield programs come across my desk, but they typically only last so long, and the last people coming in are the ones who get hurt the most. Not a day goes by, but what some people or someone isn't telling me to come invest in their new program. But I can't do that, because I know down the road it's not going to last. And people who get in early, they might get lucky. They might do very well. But the rug typically gets pulled out at some point in time, and a rug pull is just what it sounds like. It's the rug is pulled out from under you financially. And there's in fact, there's one of these programs that's been going on for 4 or 5 years. I won't name any names, but countless numbers of people are invested in it. And I personally know quite a few people that are invested in this program. And I heard that about a week or so ago that this company had stopped paying. Well, nobody can get their money out, and that's called a rug pull. Well, the good news is you can now earn high yield, and you don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't even have to have a lot of money to get started. And the thing that sets NFT rewards apart from every high yield program that I've seen where your money is at risk is the fact that our profits are based upon sales, and we never pay out more money than comes in. So we can never be called a Ponzi scheme, and there'll never be a rug pull, because NFT rewards will be set up as a smart contract on a blockchain, which means that nothing can be changed or tampered with, and nobody can take your money and run. So the visionary behind NFT rewards can explain all of this a whole lot better than I can, and I don't want to steal any of his thunder. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce our founder and CEO, Robert Craddock. This is a man that I've learned to love and respect, and the more I get to know him and talk with him about this ingenious program, the more excited I get. So Robert, take it away.
Hey, thank you, John. I really appreciate that introduction. And you know what? I've been sitting here listening, and John's absolutely right. There are some great things on the horizon right now. And when he tells you that there's no rug pull, you have to imagine the money is paid to your wallet every day. It's not being held by us. It's going right out there every day. And has there been a couple of glitches in programming? Absolutely. I think we've pretty much got them all cleared up and wrapped up right now. But the big news is that in the next, I guess it's going to be 12 days, we should be live with the auction platform. God willing, and the sun comes up kind of thing. We should be there. We've got some more people on that are helping us right now. We're trying to get through some of these challenges. But it was really neat. I saw a Telegram post today, and one guy had been asking questions about how soon can his team start pulling money out. Well, you pull money out at any time. I mean, it's up to you. It's not us making a decision whether you can or can't. If it's in your wallet, you can pull it out. Now, I do want to cover that for a second. For anybody that decides they're going to go put in $100 and go, hey, I'm going to pull it back out. You're going to pay a hefty price right then, because it's not designed to do that. And the reason being is that the platform wires that money to you when you request it. But there is a fee for doing that. And so the 3% doesn't cover the wire fee when you're doing a small amount like that. So they'll do it for you, but you're much better to wait until you're at least at 1,500 or something greater, because you've been earning it to pull it in. For the main reason, you're going to skip this wire fee. They're going to have to tack a wire fee on top of the percentage if you do that. So if you wait till it's like 1,500, you're not going to take that penalty. But if you want to do it and pay the penalty, that's more power to you. Go for it, because we can't stop it. It's your money, and it's in your wallet like that. So that's your choice and everything. But the good news is that he did do a transfer to Binance. So he moved the USDT to Binance and didn't pay that big fee. And the first thing he came back, he said, it's there. I checked my Binance account. It's in it. So I think it's one of our international people that did that. Well, I thought that's pretty good. That worked out real well. So he didn't have to wire. He just sent the USDT, the cryptocurrency, to a Binance wallet, and he was all amazed that it was there. We're like, yeah, you can actually do that. So that worked out to be a good thing. So that being said and everything, we've instituted some new stuff. If y'all don't realize it, we have probably 60+% of the people of this team that is overseas. And we know that is going to explode like crazy. So the way that they're going to be funding their wallet is probably going to be using the new credit card option that we have that should be live. Knock on wood and everything else. Hope that happens around Friday. We've got some additional people. And John, as we mentioned last week, actually, I think we mentioned on Monday, John is overseeing a lot of the stuff over there, because we've got teams over there that are in that neck of the woods. And it just works out so much better for John to kind of be up when they're up, talking to them. But yet John has also had the experience of building big companies. So his attention to detail is just second to none. I've got so much confidence in his ability to do that. But we also have the PPM module that should be coming up for the people who have been wanting shares. I'm sorry, it's been like drinking from a fire hose trying to get all this done for everybody, and trying to get these stuff out. But it's going to be automated, which is really kind of nice. So that's going to be a good thing right there too. So I had a person today that said, I love this one. He said, well, can you tell me how this is not a Ponzi? I love that question. And I said, well, let me take a few moments and explain it to you. So I explained all the different ways that money comes in. I explained the penny auction, everything else. But then I also said, I want you to understand something a second. Now that I've gone through the whole process and I've explained to you how the money comes in, I said, you're missing something extremely important. And he's going, okay, what's that? And I said, you understand that we're doing this PPM. And I said, and we're pretty much taking almost all that money, that PPM, and we're putting it into the profit pool. So that means that make sure that all that's there, because I'm financially Okay. And a lot of the people that are involved in this whole project are too. We're not really having to take anything out as the traditional people are doing. But this PPM money, as it's going to pump that up, guess what's happening? This whole program being done on a smart contract means that the majority of the money is going right to the people. Now, you might ask, why would anybody want to buy this platform when we're going to sell out the shares and everything and have this continue to go if they're not getting an extremely large amount of money? And I explained that. I said, look, these B2B metaverses, I said, they are trying to make a successful run at it with kids that are 13, 14, 15 years old. That makes no sense. It defies logic. But the ones that are building this, they've heard, they know, hey, this is where the money's going to be. And let me kind of tell you some of the technology that they just don't readily share. In a metaverse environment, not only are you able to go there and participate in this rev share opportunity and have no fear that anything's going to happen because where it's domiciled and the environment that it will be in a way of a metaverse. But when you're in there, it's kind of like a large shopping mall. And I've had the luxury and privilege of seeing, kind of pulling the curtain back and seeing some of the stuff. And imagine going in there and with these little apps and things where you can scan yourself, it's just like we're standing right in front of each other. In fact, the quality of this is way better than on this little screen when you're seeing me right now. You could be sitting there and looking at clothes, and this thing will measure you, put it on there. You can see how it looks, way better than looking at a catalog or a website or whatever and saying, hey, this is what I want to order. And you've got your digital currency in your wallet. You'd be able to spend it like that. And guess what? You've got these items that are coming to you. We have a large group of people here that are, on church on Sunday. They're people with, strong faith. You can have mega churches in here. We've already had some members express a desire to do that. We have, you'll love this one. Everybody likes to go to a casino or something. I ran to breakfast real quick and I was talking to the owner of the restaurant, and on their shirt, they had this logo on the back that had the name of their diner, but it was like that welcome to Las Vegas sign that we used to see years and years and years ago when you're coming into Vegas and had that big welcome to Las Vegas sign. And I don't think it's there anymore, but it was just iconic. Well, they had that particular graphic, but it was the name of their diner on it. And I jokingly asked, so when are you going back to Vegas? And they said, July, we're going back July. They closed the whole restaurant down for a week and they go back there. And so the point I'm getting at here right now is that when I talk about this, the folks and the people are beyond excited because the things that you do in an everyday life are going to be made available to you in this program. But they don't know how the people that are building these things out, they don't know how to attract people like you and I. I mean, none of us would wake up one day and say, I want to go in a metaverse and explore. But you know what? If you're going in that metaverse because you want to earn money every day, and that's what's going to be required in this, you're going to go in there and do your bids on the NFTs. Guess what? You're going to be in there and there's going to be things that are going to catch your eye. You're going to be interested. You're going to look around, and that's what they want. If anybody here remembers when YouTube came up and it was wildly popular, Google came in and said, we got to buy that. And they bought it for $500 million. And it was 2 developers that did this. And overnight, they made over $500 million. And they actually made a video where they're like going, and they're doing high fives and everything else. And they're going, can you believe it? We're rich. I mean, just like that. I got to tell you guys, you're going to have that same kind of excitement, that same kind of feeling as it starts expanding on this, because you're going to go, my goodness, this money's flowing in. We're like rich. But the point I'm making is that the reason Google paid that kind of money was because of the eyeballs. You guys are the eyeballs. The reason you can't put this thing on autopilot and never have to log back into it is an outside auditing company will have to validate before these shares get bought out, everything, they'll have to validate that there's the traffic going in there and how long the traffic's been there and what the volume is and everything else, because it's a real deal. And so when they do that and it gets moved into that, two things happen. One, you're going, all this hard work we've done is not going away because we're going to keep making money. I love that thing. It says, we keep winning, or something like that. It was some kind of slogan, but the bottom line is you're going to keep making money. And the position that you're at right now, everybody here has taken a leap of faith and you've gotten in. There's a lot of people that have bought bid packages and everything else, but keep in mind the 19th is coming quick. And we're working right now, which is really on our side. It's not on the platform side or anything. It's on our side to make sure that we make this as easy and as streamlined as possible. And John is actually working with some new developers that have come on. We haven't gotten rid of anybody, but we're bringing on additional people that have additional skill sets to bring this together quick because we are in crunch time. But here's the thing. As they bring them in and do this, we're ramping up towards the 19th. It is important, extremely important, that if you don't have your KYC done, do it. If you have team members that don't have it done, get it done. If they haven't funded their wallet, even for $100, get it done. If you've got people over there internationally that are saying, hey, I don't want to send a wire, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. Well, they're going to be able to use a credit card. And so that's what we're hoping that'll be ready to go by Friday. We need everybody to be at least getting a $100 package. We have a lot of people that are getting way more than that, but at least 100, because we need to know when the auction comes up, how many potential bids are going to be happening. And if we can't ascertain that, we can't sit there and go, well, we've got 20,000 accounts and we've got 6,000 people that have done the KYC and done their wallets and everything. There's a good possibility that those counts are just going to go toes up. We're going to have to compress everything. So that means they can jump back in. They'll be further down when they go in, but we need to know they're real. So if you've worked hard to build these teams, impress upon them to do that. Very, very important. If they're to the point where you know they're going to be big builders, but they're having some little struggle or something like that, gift them the $100. I mean, my goodness, you're going to get 10%. You're going to get $10 back immediately like that because you're going to get that commission. So you're really only out 90. And then encourage them to go get more people in, because as they're doing that, what's going to happen? You're going to get the 5% on all that. And it's going to pay off for you in a big way. But you've got that team engaged in building, plain and simple. And the fact that a credit card will be available to you, my gosh, guys, this is like game over. You are seriously going to be right on the tip of it. You know, when John mentioned that he'd seen this happen before, and he talked about Excel communication, everything else. I'm going to say this real quick. John, I don't know if you know Lou Mears, but this gentleman is looking at this real hard. I've actually got on the phone with him just briefly today. We didn't get really a chance to have a good conversation, but there was someone else that wanted me to reach out to him. And this is a person that was like right there with Paula Orbison in the Excel days. So a huge person. And I mean, I've got him right here on my list. I had to look down to reference the name and everything. So the people are coming out of the woodwork now. The people, we've gone through this just painful process of waiting. Now, guess what? We're ready to go. And it's going to happen and it's going to light up. And you're going to see this growth and this phenomena. I mean, that's really what's happening right now. And so we've got some last minute things we're working on. We've got some new development people that are helping us with that. We got Jeff. I want to give a big shout out to Jeff. Jeff is on here right now. And Jeff is putting out some videos and things, and he's trying to help people navigate the wallet system. And I feel bad because I think it's all going to even get better. And he may have to actually update that wallet just a little bit more, or at least that video, which is a good thing. But Jeff's a good guy, and we're very grateful to have him here working with us and everything. And so we're just, like I said, just beyond over the moon, because we have seen what will happen here. We have seen, and this is no lie, guys. The program that John was alluding to, I actually, and this story kind of goes with Paul Orbison. One was located in Lexington, North Carolina, and Paul Orbison was in Lexington, Kentucky, and he built a phenomenal thing with FHTM. And I went up there because I had to go through North Carolina and meet with that other group. And there was literally people in almost like a 2-hour line waiting around the building to bring money in to get into the program. Where right now, all you have to do is just connect your bank account or do a credit card and you're in there. But it would take people, if they didn't come and do that, it would take them about 2 weeks to get it in there, and they wanted to earn that money from it. So I go up to Kentucky and I'm talking to Paul and I'm talking to Keith, his attorney, in-house counsel. And they asked me a question. They said, so did you go to that thing over there in North Carolina? I went, yep. They said, is it kind of true what you're saying? And when John said sucked out the auction of these other programs, it was doing that, because it's all you could hear in that office like crickets. I mean, literally crickets. And so I said, well, you mean the story about the line around the building? It was 2-hour wait to get in there, and they all got envelopes full of cashier's checks from different team members and things like that. In fact, some were carrying cash. And he goes, yeah, that story. And I went, yeah, it's true. And they couldn't believe it, because they were hemorrhaging people. They couldn't get any new signups. They couldn't get anything else. And so you're going to see that phenomena. But when you're here right now, the best thing to do is pull everybody in, because there's another phenomena that you're going to experience. I don't care how well you work it, but you're all of a sudden going to hear about somebody that joined up that you thought about. And you thought, oh, they'll never do this. Oh, I'll never get them. Oh, and all of a sudden you're going to talk to them. They're going to say, wait a minute. How come you got in this? I thought you would never do this. And you know what they're going to go? Yeah, but I didn't realize it was like this. I wish you'd have told me. And they're going to be superstars. And you're going to go, why didn't I talk to them? I mean, that's what's going to happen. So I wanted to have this a little different tonight. I really want to kind of have this heart-to-heart talk with you guys to kind of let you know that now is the time. Oh, and our email system, I think, is about ready to go too. Finally, you need to get back with everybody you talked to a month or two ago, that when we had this just explosive growth, and you need to let them know, say, hey, the waiting's over. It's getting ready to start. Now you need to come back. Don't lose your spot. The spot you have is gold. There will be somebody else that will gladly take that spot and probably even pay money to get in it. So you need to heed that warning and get busy and start talking to these folks, because 12 days, I think we're 12 days now. Yeah, 12 days, something like that. It's going to go fast, and it's going to light up. And so get that done. Get with Jeff, look at his video, get through your wallet issues. I was doing some stuff on Telegraph, and some people said, hey, I've got some wallet issues, or I'm trying to get this. These things are all clearing up right now. And I've been doing my darndest to get through with everybody and help them. Some of you team leaders, if you've gotten through it and you understand the issue, get with your folks, help them out. I mean, because helping them out is going to help you in the long run. It literally is going to help you in the long run. And I can tell you right now, this is going to be the wildest ride I think you will ever experience. We're all very committed to your financial growth. We're all committed to your success. And quite frankly, I think we're getting ready to get into the fun time. We've been having the time where you pull your hair out. But now I think we're actually getting ready to get into the fun time. And that's going to free me up where I can travel around and meet with different people and speak to the groups and stuff like that. We're gearing up for that big event in Las Vegas. We really want to time that to be somewhere around a month to 6 weeks before we go through an acquisition process. So we want to have a huge blowout party in Vegas. We want you guys to come there with money in hand and enjoy yourself. We want you to use that as an opportunity to take some pictures and show people, because before we finally get into that final metaverse platform, and in there, you want to get as many people in as you can, because you're probably going to see the demographics of the people that you will bring in are going to slightly change. You're going to probably find more people that are techie. You're going to find more people that are in other types of environments similar to this that are going to gravitate towards it. You're going to meet new people, but you're going to keep growing, and your efforts will continue to pay off. It will not just disappear. And that's probably the best thing about this, because it will not disappear. You're going to take on a degree of anonymity, and you're going to take on a degree of confidence because of the money that you're going to start earning on this one. So again, guys, people are making money right now. I know a guy today that just pulled some money out because he had a lot of people, I guess, that came in and got some commissions there. So he's pulled some out, taken it to Binance. I'm thinking because it went to Binance, he's international, but I saw the little chat there and I thought that was great. And he said, I'm going to let my team know that we're live, we're going. And he's kind of halfway through. We don't have the auction going yet, but the auction's fixing to happen. But I was just so excited over that enthusiasm. But, that being said, I'd like to introduce Jeff, because like I said, Jeff has just done a phenomenal job. If Christian will make sure that she has Jeff unmute himself and everything, so I can have Jeff come on here. I'd like him to kind of close it up and tell you guys what he's done with everything. And for you guys that don't know this, Jeff was a very successful Amway Diamond, and he's coming over here to use his skill set to help us. And those guys, they were, those were the ones that really cut their teeth, that made everything go in such a very positive way. With, Amway's still going. They went through Quick Start and everything else, but they just had phenomenal growth. And Jeff was one of those leaders that just built and built and built. And his knowledge and everything, he's now spent a lot of time training people on different things, but now he's kind of jumped into the game and he's with us. And we are so glad to have him right now. So Jeff, can you hear me, buddy?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, there you go. Jeff, I'm going to cut out, man. I'm going to give the floor to you. And
we can't hear you very well, Jeff. While you're getting your mic set up, can I just bump in for 1 second?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna back out and let you guys take it. Okay, guys.
I've had a few people express some fears over the company acquisition because they've experienced similar situations that have turned bad in the past. And I was glad to hear you tell your story, Robert, about YouTube being bought out by Google. YouTube didn't go away. In fact, it only got stronger and better because the money that Google had behind it. NFT rewards is in a very similar situation because the people who will ultimately acquire it have the kind of money that Google put behind YouTube, and they will only make NFT rewards better and give us tremendous credibility. And like Robert said, it is only a matter of time until people are going to be lining up to join NFT rewards. And if you don't tell them first, some of them are going to be telling you about it, and you're going to be hanging your head because you're not going to, they're going to make a ton of money for somebody else, but it's not going to be for you. So take it away, Jeff.
Hey, perfect. Hey, thank you very much, John. Hey, Robert, awesome job. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
we get a little background noise, but yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm actually about for dinner with my wife and son. But first of all, guys, I appreciate everything that Robert has done, everything you've done, John. And like Robert said, I've been in the game for a long time, made some really good money, but my expertise is in systematizing and automating the processes so everybody can do this. I use tools to increase speed and efficiency. And so I'm excited about working with Robert and John and helping everybody build this to a level that you can set this up so it works on autopilot. And again, I'm just proud to be partnered up with y'all. And again, anything I can do, I'm here for you. And again, I can't add to anything that Robert said, other than the fact that I can hardly wait to get on the phone as soon as I hang up and call some of my guys before they get in with somebody else. I'm going to turn it back to you to close it off, John.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeff. And we certainly appreciate the awesome job that you're doing. I've been in this industry a long time, and I kind of sat in your shoes for a long time as well. I had my own systems and tools, capture pages and et cetera. yeah, built some huge teams. But really, when you can automate things and give people the same, the same success tools that you're using, there's nothing like it. I've built teams as big as 3 million people. So yeah, this is going to be by far the biggest thing I've ever done, and I'm just so excited I can't hardly sleep at night. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Get the word out to everybody you know. We'll have this recording out fairly quickly, and we'll get the link out to you. So we want to get this out to everybody. Like Robert said, the people that came in early, some of them we haven't been getting emails out, so they may even think that we forgot them. And but that's going to be taken care of here very soon. But if you get out there and reactivate these people, let them know that we're getting ready to start. This is going to be just, to me, the greatest thing that ever happened. So with that, we'll just close out. Say good night. God bless everybody.